Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If, Deku was the father of the Earth. And yes, I am using, some of the images thing. Yeah. So, without any further ado, let's go into the intros before we do the crazy stuff. So, first of all, I am adding zooming to this What If because I always do that. And the second is that Zuko is born immortal, like a phoenix. Or, he was good to the heart. So he's immortal, and he was born immortal, and he has so many abilities. He has the power of infinity, 0. And, yeah. So, and with so many abilities, I'm making him overpowered. But I'm also adding a couple new characters that you see. They're actually, Claire. Claire. Her ends up being added to it with her 3 siblings. Or no, actually 2. Crystal and Chicken. I really don't know what names should I give her third sister, so yeah. So basically, let's begin with instead of normally Zuko and Zumi were born, instead of that part, let's go a little bit more back in time. In an alternate, or because this is an alternate universe thing. So, in the past, is to be ruled by 3 demons, queens, or princesses, where they always choose those who would be the suitable, or they could get away with anything. And their homes were in the literal volcano, and so they didn't back then. They didn't have pro heroes. They had was warriors. That's what I'm trying to go for. So, Zuko, so the 3 of them were trying to decide who would be the more suitable for, because they're trying to find a good husband that and will restore the world. Because, yeah. So, now we move on to a present day. And yeah. So Zuko and Jimmy were born, and Zuko, or actually, because in this alternate universe thing, or in this whatever, there's a peace between the demon queens or no, not demon queens, the demon princesses and the humans, the demon country and the human. And yeah, but the demon princesses are still in their little volcano thing, and they don't age at all. They can randomly pick one. They could be 5 years old, or 20 years old, or yeah. So, and they could, it's not permanent. They can also change it to the whatever they want at will. So, yeah. So, they stayed so young. And, yeah. And of course, Zuko was basically a pro hero. Or he wants to be a pro hero. So, yeah, then Zuko and Zumi went to a quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Zumi that and she has a quirk, and of fire manipulation, and Zuko, who was the and Zuko, who was happy that he could control fire too. That's what the quirk doctor told him, that he can control fire, just like how his sister. But yours out shelters hers, because you're immune to lava. You're immune to lava, fire, any type of heat, or any type. And so, yeah. So he's basically like, yeah. So he starts training his hardest. He was walking home with his sister, but they both decided, because they know that they're trying to figure out which way to go. As his sister, or no, actually his brother, or no, him decides, how about take a shortcut? As he points, as his sister says, sure, that's because she watched way too many horror movies. As she says, I'll go this way. Okay. So then he goes down. Oh. So then the Ledger villain attacks, and he does meet. So All for One, or no, not All for One. All Might, not Evil Might. All Might, the pro hero. He does it similar in canon, but Zuko was basically, as he kind of knows, or he saw the wound on All Might's side, as he says, "Have a nice day," as Zuko waves at him goodbye. So then he has kindness. Because All Might didn't know why him, and he did tell you thank you and have a nice day thing. So then, but All Might, after Zuko left, then All Might did too, and he went over as he went to showers, like after he took the Sludge villain into custody. He went back home, but after he was done showering, he wiped the mirror as he notices the wound on his side was here. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let's go over to here. Ready? My drink. This one. He didn't or or actually Zuko or All Might did not know that All Might didn't know that actually Zuko buffed it out. Because during the fight thing, he doesn't remember that the kid ever came even close to him. But then, as somehow Zuko took away All Might's pain. And so, but he wasn't, or was actually got noticed by one of the queen, or the princesses. And it was her. As she smiles at him. And she smiles at him. Or grinning because she knew she just found a right person to do. as, yeah. So, so she comes back to her home thing, and they seem, or one of them notices that the him who would, or what makes you in a good mood, as she says, well, I met, or you see, I saw a boy I have more interest in. And as she could tell how old he is, I believe he was 15 when yeah. So she basically says, I have more interest into him. Because the trade-off thing, because of the new law or new rules, like, of the peace thing, is that every generation, and, like, if they had, like, because every man that they encounter wasn't fit for them. So, yeah. So, so they basically want husband to, like. So, Zuko, yeah. So she basically found a right husband because he would be 101 if he wasn't fit for it. But something tells her that he is the same thing. He's the opposite. So, yeah. So let's go back to Zuko. Zuko shows up, as he says hi to his parents and his sister. And his sister was like, guess my long way around. What took you so long? Well, the villain, remember those horror movies where the monster comes out of nowhere and attacks? Well, that same thing happened to me. But instead of, like, he wanted my body for his vessel. But I don't want that. But I did meet All Might. As Zumi, his eyes shot up. Like, opened all the way, kind. Shot. Yeah. So, let's continue. Because before I start spelling things out for you. So, Zumi was in shock. You met the symbol of peace? Yeah. Dang, I should have went with you. Because yeah. So then a time skip. Just a little bit. Like Zuko and Zumi age of 15 thing. And because she actually predicted how old they'll be thing. So so his sister and him are 15, and yeah. So they go to UA. And let's see how long this video is. So I'm not gonna bore you, but yeah. So when he goes to UA, he meets Mr. Aizawa. Or actually, he does do the quirk test, or before he goes to UA, or exam. Izuku just straight up, he doesn't want his friends to get harmed, as he could feel his own body radiating from his own, like how Zuko from Canon feels all for, or one for all. Can't even talk right straight. So yeah. So Zuko, who bolted right after the doors open or gates open, and some people think he was cheating, but Zuko wasn't cheating. He just like zoom boom, zoom 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 zoom. Yeah. He doesn't want, or he basically shielded everyone as he stops the debris from falling onto Ochako's back legs, things, and yeah, his kind heart aren't beating so loud, like a beacon of hopes and dreams. As her sister sees, because she hides her appearance so well from cameras and everything, she sees Zuko. My sister's has picked the right husband for her. Huh. As yeah. And yeah, she shows back up, and yeah. So Zuko did his kindness above humanity's. And yeah, so Zuko shows his kindness to anyone. And he was born with because he was immortal, so he cannot die. Or plus he can regenerate and all that stuff. Well, he could sense good intentions of even a hard people. Like, he did stop Shraki-sen's father from, like, beating on his own son, as he tells him, how do you feel? As that's when he was only, as he tells Shraki-sen's father that, how do you feel about you're actually making a villain out of your own son? How does his grandma feel about seeing that you are turning her son into a villain? And like a broken villain. As his, yeah. So, in this alternate timeline, Sharky-san and became, like, he became of a hero instead of a villain. So, yeah. His kindness was because he could radiate kindness from any form. Yeah. So then So everyone trusts him. So, yeah. So then after the quirk exam thing, let's get back into a present day. The quirk exam thing happened, and basically so both of them had interest in Zuko. And the and the reason why that they wanted like what they who wanted from like the humans to have more, like, because of boyfriend things. They wanted to, like, not the greediest people, but they do want the kind people, the not out of hatred or greed kind. But over time, sometimes they get angry. So, yeah. But that all broke before Zuko was even born. And Zumi. Because so some people died in that monster attack. But Zuko shows kindness. As some villains that would have been behind bars and like they just like, and because how kind Zuko is, because that's normally in like canon version, but in this, because of Zuko's kindness, the crime rate dropped to 0. Not like every villain was dead, anything like that, but instead everyone survives and so, yeah. So then he did save Ochako, and yeah. So then and every villain, he doesn't want to rob a bank to get some money. He works. He's the most kindest person in the world. Everyone was like, man, you never had hatred in your heart. No. That's true because I care about everyone. So then the yeah, so they were kind of so yeah, so then after the let's do a time skip to the camp arc, and they were right next to a volcano that was active. And yeah, Zuko says, huh, the as one of the people were about to step on a magma thing, as Zuko says, or actually grabs him, or grabs it, and he actually says, "Be careful, don't touch that." As he gets, as the yeah, as he picks it up with his bare hand. No. As because he has the power of infinity and zero, he told the lava to back, or actually told lava to go back a little bit more. As a, yeah, lava went around a circle. Like forms not a dome, but half dome. So then but at night, then things changed. So the villains, like Himigo Toga, Musclear twice, and the rest of the villains that would have attacked in the camp arc thing weren't there. So, yeah, and Koda's parents were still alive, and yeah. So then he ends up, so he goes out because he has this bad feeling, but not like, or actually he walks by himself because he's a leader. And he turns around as he sees a beautiful girl coming out of the forest. Same age as him. All beautiful and all that stuff. As the so she could sense that Zuko isn't just a normal human like her, or like past boyfriends were. But he was different from her. And yeah. Or he was different from any other one. So she knew who Zuko was. Because she had little spy cams, or she cast a magic thing that allows her to hear there. And she says his name. Zuko Midoriya. No. It's an honor to meet you. As he properly introduces himself too, but in more, and who would you be? As he, or as she says, I'm him. I forgot her name. I think hers is Crystal Blast and Crystal Pink. Yeah, Crystal Blast. Her name is Crystal Blast. The other, I'm changing it, so yeah. So Crystal Blast ends up says, I'm Crystal Blast. The nice to whom meet you. Who I know that you're at the camp with your classmates. As she walks up closer, putting her hands around his face. As she tells him that she wants him to be her boyfriend, her husband. And as he doesn't, because she knows that he is so polite, generous offer, as she could not sense any like greed or hatred or anything like that inside of his body. Honey. As she decided, she actually told him that she chose him. As he accepts her. Not out of hatred or greed, but he could sense that she had like rage in multiple times. So then he agrees. And he also knew there was three, or he read a book about the three demon princesses that took out the entire kingdoms to demonstrate their power. Or that they slaughtered or almost slaughtered all the boys. But he wasn't like a true fool whom he could sense. Yeah. So he ends up agreeing to any terms that. So, yeah. As she understands and that he maybe after this, as she quietly says to Zuko's ear, like whispers, after this, yes. As she goes on she says, go on a date with me. And you're not just dating me. You're dating three. Me and two of my other sisters. as he says, okay. Yeah. As he knew that he will not be like, oh, I'm gonna destroy the planet. And so, yeah. So then he ends up, he agrees with those terms. As he tells her that he doesn't need to whom. Okay? So then, now, a time skip. Or actually, yeah. So skip a little bit, all the way to All Might versus All for One. And All for One, or All Might was down, but not out. As All for One says, I'm interested in, because I know that you are trying to keep the peace between us heroes and villain, or us villains and heroes. But there's a bigger threat of those three demon princesses. As All Might remembers, he totally forgot about the three demon princesses. Because they don't want, the same incident happen, like. So, yeah. So, All for One shoots a beam of light at All Might. As All Might can't dodge it. And he didn't have the same wound like he had. So he was in his prime. But he still got beaten. And as Deku, whom steps in, not out of hatred, as he absorbs the attack, as he says, normally heroes always win against the evil. And you trying to kill everyone's favorite pro-hero, I'm not going to allow you to do that. As Deku uses his full power, like a godly form of Zuko, where the wings comes out of Zuko's back, and let's see how long. So, yeah, please wait for part 2 to be filmed, and I'll go over what will happen in the near future part. So, peace out.